Okay, hello. David, nice to see you. Right, so what is going wrong here? So this is the problem with doing random bug squashing, because you don't exactly know what the bugs are. Okay, so there's some kind of test utils issue. Right, let's see what we can do. Tase major. And hopefully get going with some stuff. So much. Okay. Part of the problem here is that we need to figure out. Sorry, this is color mode, and I was meaning to take a look and fix some other issues, but I find that I am actually having a bit of a problem because there are some other other bugs. So we need to fix that, and then hopefully I can get what I was hoping to do. Mr. Warrior, nice to see you. I am well, thank you. Why are we using Lodash template? Oh, I see. Feels like we shouldn't need that. Okay. Tom, nice to see you. It has been far too long. That is true. Yeah, far too long. Yeah, these need to be updated too. And module builder needs to be updated to 5.3, I think. 5.4. Let's try this. I am well. I was in Verona. I did my first Via Ferrata, which was very fun. And now I'm back. I'm back in the UK. So we need to update Pathe, and I think that's the main thing. Did that not? Right, what was the difference? Tell me. It was... Huh. Okay, we have roughly... Am I winning? As moments in, people, I'm only just starting. Am I winning? Basically, what I'm facing is... Ooh, hello. Not that. What I'm facing is that the color mode module, which I came in to make a different change, but I've spotted that there's like test failures for quite some time, ever since the docs have been updated, I think. That's pretty weird. Why would that cause test failures when this was fine? Okay, it seems a bit strange, but we have some kind of sort of set of test failures. And I want to figure out what that is and hopefully fix it. So some kind of assertion about that seems like ordering is the issue. But anyway, let's see if I can replicate locally. Oh, I need to dev prepare. And then test. And I think this also needs a build command. There we go. Yeah, okay, so this thing is replicating locally. We have some kind of generate test, and I bet you if I were to run no threads or something like that, it might work. Let's see. Hey, Carlos. Good to see you. This does seem to be running them all in parallel. Okay, so it's just the generator. It's not made a difference. So the issue here. I bet we just need to update this. So I think that's fine. Let's see if that makes any difference at all. Might be something related to Nitro. Right, if I have a little look at this folder, we should see that we've got, lots of random things. I wonder if this just works if I run just one test. I'll try that. Give it 1 second. If I run vtest, run SSR generate, and let's see, doesn't. And do we have this folder? Let's see. We do, but nothing in it. Oh, could this be a change in Nuxt? Do we basically need to say nitro pre-render roots like that? Aha. Let's try this instead. Oh, it needs to have both. Okay. So we want that and that. And we'll need to replicate this in the other one. CSR. Do this. Okay. Super. Okay, so we've just fixed our tests, I think. So chore update Nuxt versions and test fix syntax. Let's see. Ensure roots are pre-rendered. Hello. Good to see you. Let's see if that's made a difference in the actual repo. And then there's an issue basically with running in a test environment that I'd like to fix in color mode. And again, I'm not expecting it to be super fast. If I open up my website, just as an example, and I run the unit test here, it should, it should display a little harmless console log that we should be able to get rid of. It's coming from color mode. but basically because Next vtest is running and it, let's see, it's going to display something. Oh, we don't actually care about that. We only care about this. We care about the index.test. This one. Let's try that again. vtest run index. Okay, so it passes, but you get this very annoying error, which is basically this is meant to be injected by Nuxt color mode into the window object, and it doesn't do it obviously because it's sticking in the HTML that's rendered, and that's not accessible to us. So I think there must be a way of making that better, solving that. There we go. So let's just see if tests are passing here. There, it's looking positive. Which will mean we can hopefully update a few of these things. We also then need, okay, so we now need to figure out what we're doing with the like preference. We are accessing that here. Here. So we have the helper. The helper should be defined. But I think it wouldn't hurt to add a little bit of optional chaining. So, yeah, I think that's fair. Super, that's passed. I'm just going to quickly fire up testutils and basically take the utility that we just did there and extract it into a useful utility, I think. So we've got, so just to say what it is. So we have this generate test where we're basically making an assertion about a generated file. So we want to be able to say that some HTML is going to have some contents about something that was pre-rendered. And this is a common, I think, common need. So I wonder the best way of doing that, because we shouldn't need to resolve the Nitro output. We should be able to sort of set this to make an assertion. And I think in testutils, we have even an issue. Actually, I might have created the issue. This, testing for pre-render build. So I didn't. This is Katapan, which is a very nice new avatar. Okay. I think maybe it is, actually, I'm talking about this. Yeah. And that is even, it's critters, which is something different. Okay. Oh, if I didn't say hi. Hi, Julien. And, okay, so I think we would want to do something like, what are our utilities at the moment? We've got create, load fixture, run tests, stop server URL. We have URL and we have fetch. And I think it might be useful to have some, some other utilities. Okay, so we would want to be able to do something like, let's see, load fixture, build fixture, server. I think we'd do something like generate. Okay, so we probably want to add a function like sort of load generated root, load pre-rendered root. Yeah, so maybe fetch pre-rendered root might be even better because it matches the fetch that we've got at the moment. So it would be something like be interesting. Let's merge these. Oh, that might have been too quickly merged. It seems Docus is in there, and whenever Docus changes, we often need to update to just check that the preview URL still works. Let's see. It was cancelled. It's such a pain, I think, often. It's cancelled because there's no changes to the docs, but sometimes the changes to the package JSON actually makes a big difference. Johnny, hello. Nice to have you here. And Deej as well. And Kiri. Well, we can merge them all and see if there are any bugs, then I'll fix them then. This is also safe to merge. It's GitHub's checkout action. And so is this. Mr. Sunshine, hello. Okay. So we want to be able to do something like make an assertion about the directory and pull the items in. We also want to make sure that we don't, okay, so in my particular case, let's see if I can change the code. We'll just run patch Nuxt color mode. And this is a quick way of making a test locally, just seeing that it works. So actually, I might just edit it directly here in Nuxt color mode. So you have the plugin client, and it's accessing preference. We're accessing preference, but that preference is likely the helper, which doesn't exist. Yeah. So if I did this, it probably would work as a test. Let's just try that again. It's you, Johnny. Thank you. If people haven't come across it, basically Johnny and Fabian have launched a really cool product, which is a Nuxt starter, Nuxt starter kit. So you can check it out on here. Here's a link. So check that out. It's looks nice. Looks really nice. Like looking through that, I haven't seen it. I haven't dived in, but it looks nice. Looking on the features that are there and some of the things that are possible. So have a look. Yeah, let's not relaunch OBS Studio right now. Right, okay. What am I doing? Okay, so that actually worked fine, just adding the question mark. And so I think that might be a good enough fix. We could also do it something like this. Let's try that. That's also fine. So I think that might be a reasonable solution, like requiring a minimum of changes. So if we have our client and we basically do this, or we could do it even in test mode. Like if, well, I think this is about as minimal as possible. Okay. Checking stuff's passing, that's good. Any other pull requests I can merge while we're here. This is fine, but it's just adding more code. It'd be nice somehow to I think that's a reasonable suggestion. And then we can, let's see what else we can do. Thank you. It is here. think there's nothing then that I'm blocking the release for. So I think we can go ahead and release this and then move on to the next thing. And that was last released, goodness, over a year ago. So it's definitely, this is one of the things where you're like, this is a very solid module, and we should be good to go. We don't want to break anything. Okay. We did push. Okay, just check that last one is still good. And then I have not modded my keyboard, actually. It is just the keyboard as it came. I'm very happy with it. I have no complaints at all. Okay, this is going to include lots of stuff because we have a couple of fixes that never were released. So I think we should be good. Okay, so we want, let's see, what's our workflow for publishing this? Standard version. So, pretty straightforward. And then we just manually draft the release notes by hand, which we can do. We can totally do that. Cool. Just one last check of the tests. They're passing. And then we'll just release. Oh, we can probably update this. Well, there's more chores that we could do, but I like switch to change login and stuff. Fabian, hello. I was just shouting out about your great work on the Superstarter template. Okay, come, tell me, finish. Waiting for CI to finish. I don't have a lot of patience for things like this. I might need to just swap to the next thing. Some stuff on Nuxt auth utils. So there are a couple of good PRs here. And I think we can improve some stuff. Okay, so we've got, it's the same stuff. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'll need to edit this quickly. So auth utils. And let's pull. Installed up, so let's check out this pull request. And I might as well run it in CI. And refactor it slightly. Okay, so first let's revert any unneeded changes. And then the OAuth config we're already in runtime, so we'll just go up. Got, there we go. Relative path is always safer in the runtime directory. Oh, brilliant! Which one did you contribute to? We could also make this globally available if we needed to. Which will be a point. Like that will be something to have a look. So the best place to have a generic type and import it Okay, so probably what we want to do okay, let's revert white space changes. Okay. I really don't like white space changes because the oh nice, that's really good. Okay, fetch. No, that's something I'll also aim to do today. Get merge origin main, get checkout origin main. Okay, so I've just reverted all the changes, which is not actually what I mean to do. I'm just doing it to revert the formatting changes. So we'll leave that, we'll revert that, we will revert that, and then these are just formatting changes. So okay. These other ones are fine, they're all the Discord change is not a okay. GitHub. Why? Okay, it seems it wrongly removed defu. Okay, that's a good catch. And there we go. And the TS ignore didn't catch it. That's why. Okay, this one is fine. This one is fine. Jonas, hello. And this one is also fine. Okay, sure. Revert some formatting changes. Okay, let's just check. Okay, types auth0, probably not where we want to keep that because that's probably related to auth0 here, which is a particular provider. So instead what we want to do is say, maybe call this config. And maybe OAuth config. And then we will want, I think, to make that available to people on a different alias. So say something like, we already have auth-utils. Let's do OAuth config. It's going to be types and OAuth config. Maybe OAuth, auth-utils OAuth. We could do auth-utils. I think we might want to do auth-utils. Okay, so we'll do auth-utils and we'll replace this with a index. And this is just types. So this is user session. user session auth config, and we'll basically do auth utils, and we will put it from index. And we will also need to update the documentation here. Okay. Okay, so what we've now done is we will replace this with auth utils, and we will also replace this with auth utils. Okay. And we'll prepare it again. Okay, it's recognizing it. So now I think we can basically say we've just run the tests. Good. Okay. Cross-platform solutions from the JavaScript ecosystem will take the place of native mobile development. I mean, I definitely think that is a very strong, like, I think that is going to be happening a lot, yeah. But I think it's difficult to say fully replace. I think we're thinking in a very binary way, maybe, between the two of those. It might be that there are some other options, like things that are a little bit more integrated, or another platform for somehow releasing apps. Okay, so this looks good to me. I'm going to approve it and send it back to Sebastian. Cool. Anything else I should do? But I mean, come back to me, Jux, if you think that there's something else that you have in mind. Okay. Oh yeah, we were going to release this. Don't you love passkeys? They are great. Okay. How is all the way up here? The weather is actually not, it's cold. That's the main thing, it's cold outside. But it's not too bad. Can I get it to draft a new release for me, please? For that one. Okay, that'll have to be okay. My coffee mug hasn't arrived yet, so I know they sent it, but it's not here yet. So whoa! I can't believe that. That is incredible. That's incredible. That sounds amazing. 32 degrees in Florida. So anytime you want to invite me to come to Florida, and I then have to go and spend some time in the nice warmth. Okay. Oh, a storm. Yes, that's the problem. The West Coast is just gets the weather, doesn't it? Okay, so I think that should be nice. We have got a new release. Cool. View Miami. Oh, yes. Hello. Okay, so color mode module, a couple of things are done. Great. Let's just test that in my own website. Not that I'm motivated by improving my own website, but let's just bump it and remove the patch. And let's install it. Just arranging to have a next column, like to have a View Miami conf, so that sounds good. Beautiful. This is just to test. It's possible that it might cause a change in the bundle size. That's why I'm opening it as a PR and not just directly pulling it in. I really have to restrain myself to avoid sort of directly committing to main. Cool. You're looking for a job? Let's rebase this one. Let's see. The main one I think I care about here, well, the Lighthouse is going to do the budget assertion about size. Oh, right. Oh, what part of the world are you based in, Flo? So, I mean, I would definitely check view jobs. And so I'm sure you've done that, right? Mehmet, hello. It's been a long time. There's also some stuff in the hiring channel in the Nux Discord, but I mean, that is a bit hit or miss. Yeah, I mean, it is true. I think if you're based in Europe, there's a little bit more. So based in Munich or Berlin or Amsterdam, there are tech companies based there locally. But if you're working harder, like remotely, it's a bit tricky. Cool. Okay, Nux Sanity. I think there's some issues that I need to resolve here. Okay. Oh, this is nice. Huh. I haven't even given him any feedback. Cool. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, Joaquin, hello. Nice to see you. Joaquin and I have a sort of constantly ongoing sort of chat. Okay. Will I do another app from scratch? Sure, why not? What are you... What app? I was thinking of something. Let's see. There was something that was actually in my mind to build that I thought would be quite fun or cool. If you have any good ideas, let me know, because I am definitely up for building something from scratch. That is, Kiri, that is actually on my list. Like literally right now, I added this. That. Literally just then. So that would be, oh, you said a React. Oh yeah, habit tracker. No, I think that would be quite fun. The React Native equivalent in the Vue Next ecosystem would be amazing. Absolutely, it would. I mean, part of the trouble is that it is a bit difficult, but as in it requires a huge amount of like integration in the native like platforms, which is why Evan has said that we've not hitherto had something maintained by the core team. But there is stuff out there right now. So there is NativeScript, for example, which supports Vue, and they have just released like up-to-date Vue 3 stuff. So I would check that out for sure. Oh, unless you're thinking of the of actually building such an app live, which I guess we could also do that. Just check what other packages do I have. Yeah, no, HabitKit definitely resonates with me. I think that would be fun for sure. Okay, and also not that tricky to build. Let's see if we're still passing our tests. Oh, we probably need to stub. What's that? Build dist. Oh, so we need to update Next Module Builder. That's weird. It should be up to date. Let's drop this for a second. Weird. Okay, Module Builder. What is the latest version? 5.4. Okay. Oh, thank you. That is really nice of you, and definitely deserves to... Oh dear. What is this? That's really weird. Let's see if I can reproduce with the actual playground. Well, it seems fine. So I'll need to check that in a sec. But actually, right now, I'm going to take a break and fill up my cup of tea, which is unfortunately empty. So if you're around when I come back, we'll be starting back again in about 5 minutes. So 5 to the hour. See you back then in just a second. Okay, I am back with a fresh cup of tea. Right. Well, something else has just very quickly popped up, so let's fix that. Okay, this is all good. Great. Squash and merge. That will make me happy. Regexp.dev. Yeah, okay. So, magic regexp. So this, basically, periodically, this the deployment for this dies. And the deployment dies because of an issue in the latest Docker's theme, I think. And anyway, Renovate auto updates it and doesn't check that it's actually working. Oh, sorry, just catching up on everything. Oh, thank you, El Sorsel, for subscribing, and also, cool, a hackathon. Oh, that's really nice. Okay, so you're already building the habit tracker. Ah, so then I shouldn't do it. You're already grading it. But yeah, that seems like a great idea. I think I probably also need to do some of these things. Lock file maintenance. That's out of date probably because of what I've just done. So we'll rebase that. And then we should manage to... Yeah, that is nice. Actually, I should find out and GitHub and start it, because that would be definitely worth keeping in touch. That would be nice. Like you could track a habit like climbing or something and just sort of say how often you do it. Yeah. Okay, so Magic Regex. The issue is we are clearly deploying an app. Do I have... No, okay. A bonsai work tracking app. What does it mean that it's a bonsai work tracking app? Like what does that mean specifically? Okay, I think we can remove... Oh, the types are actually wrong here. Cool. Oh, cool. Okay. I'm not actually super sure why. We have a Nuxt ESLint config, but we can update it. Oh, it's not actually being used, so it's probably left over from a module. We also no longer need to have C8, and I think there's a lot of other things we can install. Thank you. That's really nice. It is. This is the. It does sound nice. This is the keyboard. It's Gateron G Pro Brown switches. So let's see. think it's just these. Are you looking down on my keyboard? Uh-huh. Let's see. Try clack. You know, I saw Anthony Fu uses this, so I think he does. Notes maybe. Maybe not. Check out his. Check it out anyway. Okay, lots of updates. Let's see. Cool. That's so fast, isn't it? Oh, I probably need to actually install them. Great. Yes, actually, I was talking to somebody at a company who was thinking about doing Nuxt, like a Nuxt hackathon. So it might actually come, and even if like a company doesn't sponsor it, we could still do it for fun, right? What do I do in the break? So, okay, in honesty, I go to the toilet and have a quick pee, and I make myself a fresh cup of tea, and I do some press-ups. So a little bit of exercise. Yeah, that would be great. Actually, I have a project sort of half built with that. So I would love to see what you come up with. Oh, rats. I've caused an error. What's the issue here? Lint. Oh, because I removed it and it's depending on some stuff. Okay. What is it? Mixed. I love it. I actually have a couple of package names that I have planned for a similar kind of project. So if you're interested, let me know. Oh, thank you. That's really nice of you to say. It was a great conference. If you're talking about AgentConf, or Agent, this one. But I just found out today that it's cancelled. They're not going to be doing it again, which is such a shame. I was really, really looking forward to that this year. All right, so the issue here is the docs. And let's see. This is now set to, let's update this to 8.1. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely some help would be welcome on improving Nitro docs. People like Esteban are doing great work, but like definitely help would be very welcome. Well, that is, so right now, I use, I don't have a tool that I use. And maybe I ought to think about like using NX or something like that. Changelogger doesn't do nested, like, so that, yeah, I use Taze and I go to each project, but it'd be nice if Taze supported monorepos by default. Interesting. We need to add this. So it's a new theme, material pale night. Okay. Aha, let's try that. There should be a magical way. So if that's something you're interested in, maybe do it. Make it. I'll use it for sure. Cool. Great. Okay, so hopefully this is going to fix the issue with regex.dev not working. When it deploys. Okay, so we'll check that in a sec. What is this? Whoa, that's a lot of queued deploy. Whoa, that's so many queued deployments. Why are there so many? Goodness me, that's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, Sanity. We do need to release this though, with this very nice fix from Nicholas. It still seems to be working great, which is excellent. And so we can just go ahead, push these changes. Wait, did that work? No, it didn't. Oh, that's right, it didn't work. There was some kind of issue that we were debugging. And it's something to do with ofetch. Is there any chance? It might be just because we have that can't be right. So we definitely want to upgrade to 15.0. Right? That's what we just used in Magic Regex. And that's strange. And then we want to why would this not be working? Pull this out of there. And this one too. Yes, they are stored in unstorage, and so you can manipulate that to invalidate them. But yes, it does need to be explained. The seconds, that is Starship. So It's not VS Code as such, but check out Starship as a prompt. And it basically, I think, or maybe it's, yeah, I think Starship should do what you want. Live share button. Okay, what am I looking at? I'm looking at something. What am I wanting to check? Oh, I need to figure out what's going wrong here. Why are we having an internal server error? Imports sanity server. That seems fine, right? This is Waka time. Sorry, I didn't realize what you were talking about. But yeah, try Waka time. So this. And the actual extension I use, I think, is just this. It's just Waka time. That. It can't find view server window. Oh, other people have reported this issue as well. Let's see. I think this means that we have different versions of view. Yes. Okay. So basically, we have to dedupe view. Yeah. That's the issue. Okay. I don't know why more things aren't being detected here. So Taze, is Taze not, come on, Antfu, Taze. Is this not, do I need to run a different command to get it to detect the dev dependencies? Oh, Taze actually has monorepo support, everybody. What do you mean? What do you mean, Kerry? Do you mean that I'm Googling too much? Is that what I'm doing? Okay. Oh, actually, we probably didn't want to bump these dependencies. Oh, that seems fine. You're Googling. What are you Googling? Let's try testing it. cool. So we're now up and going. With lots of little updates. Cool. And once that updates, we will... Hey, Qubit! Nice to see you. Hi. Oh. I probably just have a lot of experience with creating errors and making mistakes. I think that's probably what it is. Oh, rats. What is failing? Ah. It is nice of you. Okay, have we at last updated regex? I think so. No, regex.dev. And yes, it's up. Okay. The just issues. Basically, I didn't get on so much as Reaper and Joaquin basically solved it here. So, not that. Yes, this. So if you have a look, they basically had a discussion and fixed everything, and it was wonderful. So I'm sure. So yeah, so I merged Reaper stuff into my broken branch, and then I think Joaquin pointed out a couple of other issues, and so that was all done. So they did a really good job. So we now have an example of actually jest being used, and actually we test against it, I think. So we actually test app jest, if I recall correctly. Let's just check. Test examples. Yes, exactly. So this test gets run and it works. So yeah, so you can check that out. Magic Regex is good to go. Taze, I still don't understand. It should be, I think, updating my dev dependencies, and it didn't seem to do that. Oh, this. Aha. Well, actually, I should have known that. We need to very quickly do this. Okay, that should be enough. Use I'm so sorry about that, but yeah, it's all good. It's all good now. And honestly, it relieves me no end to have to know that it's working and know that it's not going to break, because it is. Cool. Okay. Right, I just need to wait this to pass and then I'll release. Yep. That's interesting. Okay, we'll release that. I think it's just a bug fix. Oh yeah, I can just check. Yeah. And just to confirm, yeah, it's just a bug fix. Done. Super. We could do one more thing on that, actually, as a separate thing, which is using portable text view. We basically rebuilt portable text. Oh, Fabian, nice to see you and have a good time. The GitHub extension. What GitHub extension? I use refined GitHub, if that's what you're wondering about, which is amazing and definitely worth installing. So we could do this, basically. This is portable text view. I'm not sure I have time for this today, but this would be a nice thing to use. Okay, what else do I have that needs to be done? Right. Scripts, assets, and fonts. So I don't think this exists anymore. It does. Still it does. Okay. I can start with this and then maybe merge it through. Oh no, this isn't what I want. Okay. Okay, this actually doesn't include any of my work. That's okay. I think I was probably doing it locally, or maybe it's, let's see, Daniel row, Nuxt assets. Yes, okay. I'll start from this and then I'll merge it in that repo later. So let's close this and this, and can close this one too, and this one, and cool. Do I have time for this? Okay, it's 3:30 my time. I've got time, I think. So let's see, what we're working on here is, this is a long time since I've touched this, but basically what I want to be able to do is include files in a build remotely, and I also want to, so our to-do here, great, so public bundle and proxy. So public bundle and proxy, and I need to be able to include things in that way. So for example, yeah, we have should public and should bundle and should proxy, okay. And this is an example. Oh, this is terrible, but I need to work on this because I need to release it very soon. So the aim here, by the way, is we have an RFC, which is here. And okay, so basically this enables you to set up different strategies and put rules in place. And so for example, it should automatically download fonts and include them in the public, your public directory. So we basically, do we have anything going here? Yes. Okay, I think the should bundle is all the, what is actually working? Let's just try the playground. Okay, that's fine. I feel like I want to go back to square one. So basically we have an assets folder, and let's get rid of the should bundle. I just want to see that the font URL is working fine, and I think it must be working fine. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay. So basically we should have at this point, okay, so it's not quite working. We do have a URL, and the actual module is not. Okay, so basically we should have some strategies, and the strategies should inject some Vite plugins. So we probably want to create those. So we'll say strategies, and we'll have bundle as one strategy. And we'll also have public, and we'll have proxy. And they should have an export. So we'll create a public strategy, export function public strategy, and then that's going to set everything up for us. So I think at the moment we basically want to create some options. So our module options are going to be, what did we say here? We want to have public, bundle, proxy. Assets need to have strategy, and each strategy can have setup. Okay, so we have strategies and rules. Okay, and the idea, I think, is that what we do is we can have an arbitrary name. We have a test. Okay, so it's going to be key string, so an arbitrary name, and it will have a strategy. It has a test, which will be a regexp or ID string to Boolean, I guess. Might support that. Should preload and should prefetch as well. Okay, I guess those are required. And the strategies, I guess, again, we probably want to support a custom strategy. So we would have custom strategy, which would have a setup and a okay, and we have a resolve ID, which is going to be a string or okay, yeah. Okay. So then a custom strategy, it's going to either have a key can be a custom strategy, or it will have, yeah, I think that's fine. And we should probably allow public bundle or proxy as built-in strategies. There we go. So what do we need to provide? We have some rules. I think these are reasonable default rules. Okay. For whoever saw that, thank you. Okay, and we also have some strategies which are just going to be, I think, empty. Okay, so we have got our default options. Okay, so what we want to do is basically, I think the strategy should have some setup functions, some setup functions. So Okay, so I guess what we probably want to do is set up all of the strategies that are provided. And I guess the setup is probably quite minimal, but anyway, we do it. So for const strategy of options strategies, we're going to await, why is it? Oh, in. So it basically needs to have a setup function or a resolve ID. Or a setup function. It might not have both. So we want to say await options strategies key setup, and we pass in next. Okay, and I think that is sufficient. So set up every strategy that's provided. I don't think there is a reason why you do one versus another. Like this is like the short syntax, but you could also do it like, or maybe we'll do this one. You could also do it like this. Like it's up to you. Actually, Julien, I hadn't seen the current implementation. Was I built this some time ago. So the implementation here is like much older, July 7th. So I actually haven't checked the implementation. So I need to do that. I need to check the implementation because it's probably, but I don't think it's overlapping at all. I suspect, but I might be wrong. So the implementation that I started on was is a build, purely compiler build time implementation, whereas this is a runtime implementation. I need to dive into and look at this in greater detail. Julien, I'm not going to get rid of anything that you've created. Don't worry about that. Because I think this is, yeah. Whereas definitely the assets concept here has to have a build time component. So it needs to be able to run at build time. So if we have a runtime component, that's something we can add on top of it. So, okay. A lot of extra R's there. Reaper, welcome. Okay, so basically we have a public strategy, and I think we can implement it here. Oh. So use async data is SSR. Yes, it is. 100%. That is a large part of what it is there for. Okay. So basically, at this point, what we're saying is the public strategy should be public strategy from there. And this also should be called bundle strategy. And we should pull that in. We probably won't do it like this. Okay, so what am I wanting to do? Okay, so basically the should public thing, I'm gonna pull it out here. Okay, so basically, what are we doing here? I think I'm going to have to partly re-implement this. I always feel bad when I see that, but okay, let's just comment that out for now. And sort of granularly set them up. So this should basically not work right now. Okay. That's not going to work. It's a remote file URL, right? So it's going to pull in something. Yeah, it's pulling this in from where? Yeah. Oh, it's because it's importing it as a font, and the browser thinks that's like a script. 900 issues on GitHub. Don't tell me that. Yes. Woohoo! This should be resolved. By this. Did I link the wrong thing? Oh. I'm going to ignore that right now. Yeah. Reproductions are utterly necessary to look at a lot of these things. Just because if you've got 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever to look, you need it. Oh, I'm glad you appreciate the pain. Okay, so what are we going to do here? So we've set up the public assets directory. We need to handle the resolution piece. So I think the concept here of doing it in the server config and then resolving it at runtime is not a bad one. Let's see. So okay, I think the context can be whatever is returned from the setup function, maybe. So we could basically say we can basically say whatever is returned from setup function is the context and is made available to resolve ID. I think that's a reasonable thing. So that means that what we could do is pull in these things, should like fetch file map and asset hash map. So let's just pull this across to start with to here. What do you mean so many things being worked on? Things like what I'm working on now, or things like the issues in the repo? So, well, I think different people have different focuses. So Nux Studio, so my focus is entirely open source. I don't work at all on anything that is not open source. So Nux Studio, for example, is a for-profit project that Sebastian and the Nux Labs team are working on. It's not something I'm working on. So if that's there or not there, it doesn't particularly affect Nux's stability, other than if it's a success, it will promote Nuxt because there's contribution back and sponsorship of people like me and others. So I don't think it's distracting our team, like the team's time, the Nuxt team. Okay, we've got context. So in this case, we do something like this. Okay, let's just mark those as maps. Is that enough to type them? I think so. Okay, so now we have some context that we can use. Right, so we probably also want should public cool. Great. Okay, now we have our Vite config here, which we're going to pop across into we're actually going to use the hook. We might not need the resolve ID at all, I think. Oops. So we're just going to pop these out for now into here. Okay. And we can then return them here. Great. The Pining, what do you work on? Who are you? Okay. Nice to meet you in Twitch. Okay. So remove some duplicates. There we go. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, so what I want to do at this point is interesting. So Nux config. I want to see I want to see DevTools. Why am I not seeing DevTools? Probably because of this. Okay, so let's see what's going on here in app config, and we'll try that. Cool. And we want to log Dyn. Does that work? No, it's pulling the thing as a. But let's see what's going on in our config here. So I would expect that we've run something. That should have run, right? We should. And should public WAF2. Oh, I think it was working on the server. I think it was just the client that wasn't working. Okay, so let's try that again. Resolve ID. Let's try that one more time. Ponky, it will be definitely in the next patch because it's a real pain, that one. Okay, so we've got our. That is correct. Like that's what I would expect to see on the server, and that is the thing that we're trying to resolve. Okay, cool. So the issue here is likely the fact that we are doing something with server-only stuff. Or not, maybe. Do we need to do this first? If it's dev and not server, then let's see, ID includes app.view, console log imports. This is actually not a bug. This is the Nuxt assets RFC. Okay, so we have a specifier. Okay, so that is right. Cool. Okay, so this is actually doing what we want it to do. Except we can use our options to make it. So this thing probably what was erroring out for us. So yes, okay. So in fact, we probably could try this now. Nope. Right. Okay. Well, this is all good work in that I'm basically a little bit happier with the infrastructure. I'm going to look a little bit further into this later on, but I am going to call it a day in terms of streaming. So we'll pick this up another time. Thank you everybody for joining though. It has been a lot of fun, and I will, we'll do this again very, very soon. Sorry to abandon you sort of so quickly, but I have one or two other things I need to finish off before the rest of today. I think it would be really nice to go and raid Nikki. So let's do that. If you're up for it. He's doing some cool stuff. And always interviews some nice people. So let's go and see his stuff. And yeah, let's stay in touch. Talk to you all later. Bye.